What's going on, everyone? TD Collectibles back with another video. Today, it's Wednesday, November 26th, right before Thanksgiving in 2025. And as you can see, we have another PSA blind reveal. And we got something really different and special for you today. It's going to be a lot of vintage cards with basketball mainly. There's a couple baseball thrown in here, a Derek Jeter and a Ken Griffey, but it's mainly going to be these older 80s and 90s basketball cards. So we sent these in a couple months ago, finally got them back. We're super pumped to see these grades. I'm really hoping just for 9s and 8s because a 10 is going to be extremely hard to get, but hopefully we do get 1 or 2 10s in here. But this is going to be a fun unveiling, and we're just going to get straight into it right away. We're going to start with the Derek Jeter. This is a super old draft pick, 1992 front row card. As you can see, the centering was perfect. All the corners were flawless. This is a great looking card for how old it is. Hoping for a good grade on the first one of the video. And it's going to be a 6. We definitely don't like the 6s. But hey, it is what it is. We're going to start the pile over here. Move these down. This one is going to have a Wilt Chamberlain and a Michael Jordan 7 straight card from 1993. And this one's going to be a 7. So we got a 7 for the first time in the video. Let me mind you that all the corners are pretty good for how old these cards are. There was no creases or anything in these. They were really well taken care of. So that's why we sent all these in. I believe there's 15 total. Dominique Wilkins. Really like these 1986 Fleer sticker cards. That was one of the Jordans as well. So for Wilkins, we're going to get an 8. And it's OC, which is off-centered. As you can see, we can kind of see that. Doesn't really hurt the value of the card too much. It's still an 8, so pretty solid. We'll definitely take that for almost a 40-year-old card. This Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Crunch and Munch card is super old as well. This is an 85. I think this is actually one of the oldest cards we have in this submission. As you can tell, just with the graphics showing the All-Star game record. It's really cool to see a lot of these old cards come back, so we're hoping for the best. Unfortunate, but it's a 6. We'll go right into that 6 pile. We got a Magic Johnson card. This is another Fleer sticker. So these were actually stickers back in the day, as you can see. Came out of those Fleer packs. Just really like the look of all these vintage cards. I think they're really cool. Hopefully we can get an 8. Corners were great on this one. It's a 7. No problem. Like I said, I wasn't expecting super high grades with these older cards. Got another Magic Johnson. This one's from 87. Another Fleer. Super classic card. And we got a 7 on that one as well. Was hoping more for 8s with how clean these were, but hey, PSA, they've been doing me extremely dirty and harsh with a lot of my grading that I've been sending in, so this isn't a huge shock to me, but it is what it is. We always want the higher numbers. This is going to be a Patrick Ewing. As you can see, a lot of Fleer sticker cards. They almost all have the same artwork. So what do we got for Patrick? And we got an 8. Another off-centered as well. But hey, an 8's definitely better than the 7. Got a super rare Kobe card that you don't see too much. I believe this was his rookie year. 96 was his rookie year, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments. But this one's pretty unique. He has his cast on. We found it. Everything looked right with it. Corners were sharp. And a 5. There's no way this card is a 5. There's no dents. I have really crazy lighting right here. And I check all the cards. There's no way this is a 5. But it's what PSA loves doing to me. This one's really unique. Move on to the next one. This one's really unique because Michael Jordan with a baseball star rookies card. You don't really see him in the baseball cards too often. Thought we would submit something a little bit different. As you can see, this one's from 94. There's no way this one's a 6 either. I don't know. Like I said, I'm starting to stutter because I'm kind of speechless. I believe PSA is not even grading my cards correctly. They're just throwing random grades at me now. It's actually starting to turn me off with this company quite a bit because, as you can see, I send them so many cards and we grade a lot of things over here. So it's unfortunate to see that. But move on to the Larry Bird card. Again, another Fleer. This one was from 86. A lot of these were 86, 87 cards, as you can see. Super clean Larry Bird. Corners are great. Once again, all of these corners and surface were really good for how old these cards were. And we got an 8. Hey, you'll definitely take an 8 on the Bird right here. Super cool to see that. So it's funny how all the 8s came back on the Fleer 86, but nothing else. Doesn't make any sense. Really hoping for an 8 or a 9 on this one if all these got 8s, but keep it moving. Save these 4 for the last. Akeem Olajuwon. 86 again. Hopefully this one got an 8 just like all the other ones, and this one's a 7. All right, no problem. We're going to save the Jordans for last. This is a 1981. This is actually the oldest card we sent in. Centering is definitely off, but everything else about this card was almost perfect. Love the graphics in the back. Over a 40-year-old card right here. Almost. So it's pretty cool to see it in this good of condition. And we got a 7. I guess 7's not absolutely terrible for almost 40 years old, but definitely we're hoping for an 8 or a 9 on this one. I don't know if we're getting any 8s or 9s, but, or I mean, 9s or 10s, I apologize. But it will go straight into the 7 pile. Then we got the famous Ken Griffey Jr. We almost all had this card as a kid. If you were born in the 80s, like myself. Once again, super clean. Centering is great. Surface was great. Corners were great. This card was in excellent condition. I'm expecting a 9 at least on this one. But as you can see the trend, what PSA is doing with me. Hoping for the best. Gosh. And a 9 on the Ken Griffey. So, I mean, a 8 on the Ken Griffey. So, we're going to save these 2 Jordans for last. These were definitely my favorite ones. Especially this one. I've been wanting this card. Super clean. Really hoping for the 8 or 9 on this. We're going to start with the 88 Fleer Jordan right here. And we got an 8 on this one. Definitely take an 8. Was hoping for something a little better, but hey, not going to complain with the Jordan 8. And then the best, save the best for last. Classic. I believe this is probably top 5 for sure, top 10 Jordan card probably ever. Classic, tongue out. With the OG Jordans on too. Such an awesome card right here. Hoping for an 8 or 9. Hey, we got a 7. You know what? A 7's not too bad for this card, especially for how old it is. So we'll take it. And as always, we appreciate you guys watching. Please make sure you subscribe, shoot a like on this video, and check out all our past videos. I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. Be safe out there with the Black Friday deals. Until next time, TD Collectibles.